A warm welcome for good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you're right now. Very happy to be part of this big event because it is something where you will hopefully know at the end a big investment for Cisco and a huge opportunity for all of us. But as Marc just said, let me introduce myself. Most of you might know me in my current role. I'm running Cisco's global channel, which is by far the biggest channel organization that exists in the world. But this is not the important part. I've been most of my life a partner like you. Before I joined Cisco, I was running Computer Center in Germany as their CEO. So I know what it means to be a partner. I know what it means to be very close to the customer. And I also understand pretty well how we can drive together this new momentum. And I will talk in this 20 minutes, not only about what is happening on the customer side, but also what we see on the partner side, what is happening there and how we can support you, what we can achieve together, and why we believe altogether that managed service for the SMB segment for you is one of the biggest opportunities we had so far. Let's first take a look at Cisco's managed service aspiration. Some of you might say, oh, that's new. Cisco is starting the first time with managed service, but that's not the fact. Cisco has started with managed service more than 10 years ago. And we were always in a situation where we supported different kind of partners. But just as a matter of fact, when managed service started a long time ago, it was rather the big companies that are driving this. But there was a fundamental change happening in the market over the last years, driven by a change of technology, but also a change in customers' buying behavior. Customers, no matter how big they are, in what segment they work, where in the world they are working, they start to change the way how they consume IT. And there's a couple of trends that are important for us because they help us. First of all, customers want to have choice. They want to have different ways to buy and consume technology. They want to have flexibility. They want to have agility because they learn if they're not flexible and agile, they cannot react to the changes that they see in the market on the customer side. With this, we see in parallel that customers up-level their responsibilities. They don't believe any longer that managing the core IT systems is their responsibility. They are no longer working in a way where they try to build everything on their own. And especially when we look at the segment that we're today focusing on, the SMB segment, most of them don't have the capabilities to build up big IT stuff. Only 20% have a real internal IT group. And they are not capable, in addition to running the daily business, to drive big transformation. This is why we see across all segments a fundamental shift into managed services. Managed services are becoming more and more important for these kind of partners because for these kind of customers, because they want to consume basic services as a service. What does it mean? I was recently with a CIO, and while we had the meeting, and it was a real in-person meeting, he received a call because their wireless network was down in one of their subsidiaries. And he was looking at me and said, Oliver, why do I need to take care of wireless availability? That's such a basic services. And I don't want to focus my teams on this one. I want you to deliver me a service that handles this. And as you know, Cisco is doing about 90% of their business via partners, and in the SMB space, 100% via partners. So I believe we have the big opportunity to build up these capabilities together. Now let's talk a bit about this market segment, what we tend to call small or medium business. Just be very clear, small is fast the biggest opportunity. And I'm saying this because when you look at the markets, the small segment is by far the biggest segment across the globe. The small segment is a segment where we, Cisco, have the lowest market share, and it is therefore the biggest growth opportunity. And I know you, our partners here, have a very close link to these customers. So we will continue what made Cisco very successful. We'll continue to work on this segment together with our partners, and we'll continue to enable you. And when we look at this small segment, you will see that more and more of them are starting just to adapt to managed service. They are trying to get the kind of advantage from managed service, even that they are not used to utilize managed service. And you, our partners, picking this up. Across the globe, we see that more and more of our partners join this community and delivering managed service. And managed service is a big word, it's a big term. Just to be very clear, managed service can be full-fledged outsourcing where you take over the full IT, or just delivering a certain part of the IT as a service. It might be wireless, it might be security, or it might be collaboration as a service. And we see that this market segment is outperforming when it comes to growth. Managed service is growing much faster than the rest of the market. There is a shift, to be very clear. So what was bought in a resale motion is now moving over to a managed service motion. And we see at our partners, when we look at all partners, that their managed service share is growing the fastest. They are shifting back away from classical resale motion, and they're doubling down on managed services. And why they're doing this? For good reason. Because first of all, you create a much higher value to your customer. And a higher value means you can also get better margin. You're not that easy to be replaced, or as we show, you can deliver a unique value. We call it at Partner Summit, own your edge, because you as a partner can build up an offering that makes you special, where you have a position with managed service where you're not only making more revenues, more stickiness, but also better margin. Because what we also see that the margins within managed service look much better than in a lot of other areas. Now, looking back, if we look at the momentum we have in the partner managed service, it's pretty clear that this is nothing new. It has started already and is growing fast. And the provider select model, and Marc talked about this, how we built it up over the last years, we now see more than 1,500 MSPs enrolled, engaging with us, working with us on these new solutions. We see that you are driving a dramatic booking growth. It's 600 million already, and it's growing faster and faster. It becomes the biggest opportunity in this segment. Don't get me wrong, we will continue to serve all the other ways. But right now we're in a motion where we need to double down on this because customers changing their buying behaviors. I had calls with partners that I know since a long time, smaller partners, but they are facing the reality that their customers that they've been working with for more than 20 years are asking them to deliver bundled services. And this is not something that is happening in the US only, it is happening across the globe. And now it's our job together to enable these partners and deliver state-of-the-art managed services to ensure that you can continue to deliver the value you want to deliver. When we look at our portfolio, and I will talk about the portfolio in a moment, the number one growth engine right now is clearly Meraki. Meraki is driving growth like they never before, because Meraki is the best platform, cloud-enabled, easy to configure, end-to-end portfolio with a simple pricing to drive your managed services. Across the globe, we see from service providers, from big outsourcing companies, down to very small long-term Cisco partners utilizing Meraki to build up their own managed service. And the growth in this segment last year was over 30%. And just to be clear, we're not talking about actual numbers, but the growth momentum is continuing and even growing more. Now, I think there's no doubt that we have an amazing momentum in partner managed service. Now, the question is, how can we further help you? With this Elevate approach here and with this community that we're building, we're just adding something on top. We will talk later about the community, and Marc said a bit about this. But this is something we're adding in addition to drive this momentum. Nevertheless, there's a lot of stuff we are doing already and that you could utilize. First of all, as a partner of Cisco, you can utilize the strengths of our brand. And yes, we are by far the biggest provider, the biggest company in this segment. We've been here for a very long time, and we are most of our customers running their networks on Cisco. So being closely allied with our partners, with you, we have a strong story of the strong Cisco brand name and your local coverage, your local service, your experience, your knowledge of the customer, your knowledge of the market. And this is what we need to bring together in the best way. We will talk about marketing. We'll talk about joint activities to help you to bundle the power of Cisco with your power. Talking about power, we have by far the biggest and richest portfolio available. And when I'm saying this, just be very clear, there's nobody who built up this end-to-end portfolio like we can build it up. Of course, there will be always one product somewhere that's a bit bigger, better. But at the end, managed service is not finding for every single piece the best product. Managed service is for delivering an end-to-end solution that is manageable, where you can take over responsibility. And just one thing that a lot of people might not know, when we're talking about Cisco, some might still imagine, oh, Cisco is an old hardware company. Just to be very clear, we're the 6th largest software company in the world already. Our software share is growing, and our software share enables you, even in times of supply chain concerns, to deliver amazing services to your partners. When we look at our software capabilities, we ensure that we integrate them into a partner-enabled motion where you can deliver all the services that you need to deliver to achieve your goals with your customer. Now, talking about partner support. When we talk about the focus on partner, there is nobody like Cisco in the world. Why I'm saying this one? Because we're doing this since more than 20 years. We're getting close to 25 years where we are focusing on partners. Without telling too much, last year during the pandemic, our partner share was even growing. So we're doing more business via our partner than ever before. Cisco's system is built and set up to support partners, to go to market together with partners. That's why we have a strong team set up to support the different kind of partner motion. Not only the channel programs, the incentives, also the alignment of the incentives within our internal sales and your sales team. The way how we provide you technical training, the support, and how we help you to accelerate success. And with this initiative that we're driving here, we are doubling down on a segment where we might not have enough focus in the past. We're doubling down on you to give you better support, better ease of doing business, better support when it comes to technical requirements, and of course, better portfolio. Now, let's look at the common managed service practice. And normally I tell everybody, don't use slides where you talk about the competition. But let's be clear, there's a lot of companies out there. And if you want to offer a managed services to your partner, to your customer, you need to combine a lot of different partners. Especially if you want to deliver an end-to-end service, you have a zoo of different companies. Different companies with products that might deliver what you're looking for, but with different pricing, with different T's and C's, with different APIs, with different operational models, and you need to do all the work to combine the different offerings. You need to do what normally in the past, mainly a handful of big outsourcers were doing. They have a dedicated team on building up complex outsourcing and managed service. The good thing is, we at Cisco can offer you the full portfolio, starting from networking over security down to collaboration. We are the company that can deliver the full set of service. So if you are a Cisco partner, and if you build up the capabilities, you can serve the whole IT of your customer. And especially in these times where I said managed service are mainly there to reduce complexity, they want to have not only a network, they want to have a secure network. They don't only want to have collaboration, they want to have also the network to allow collaboration across the globe. They want to have the infrastructure to support their application. And then you need all of these. So the combination is our strength. And when you combine it, you can ensure that everything comes out of one hand, that you can show them how to deliver simplified managed services. And when you ask me, what are the products behind? It's very simple. I assume most of you know them already. On the network side, this is mainly when we look at the segment, we're talking about Cisco Meraki. Meraki is our flagship, a full cloud managed very flexible model that allows you to manage entire networks across the globe. And then our security solution, here especially Cisco Umbrella and Duo, deliver you what you need in these times where people work from home, working on applications that are coming out of the cloud or out of your data center. And then last but not least, the number one flagship when it comes to collaboration and an inclusive collaboration. That's a huge opportunity because, as you can see, we're in the time where we'll continue to work from different places. We will not get back to a time where everybody will be in the office again. We will have, and this is a guarantee, at least one person that is joining from somewhere else. And now it's on us to find a way to serve our customers. And Meraki is the best solution. You can offer it as a managed service where you deliver collaboration experience at its best. Now, let me bring it all together. Right now, we are in a situation where the customers have changed the way how they want to buy. And this is nothing that is only happening at a handful of big enterprise customers. It's happening across the globe for all segments. And with this change, there's a huge opportunity. And just to be clear, this change is nothing that we just invented. It is happening. It was happening over the last year, and it has been accelerated like never before. Right now, this is showing us an incredible opportunity because there are more deals for you where there's less competition, by the way, because you can differentiate and you can have a higher win rate there. The deals are bigger. The average deal size is about 20% bigger than before. And most important, this is a more profitable business. You can double your gross margin if you go into this managed service business. But hey, just be clear, we understand that's not easy. You need to build up new capabilities. But this is why we are here, why we are helping you to drive this growth. This is why we are investing heavily in you, in our joint customers in this segment, and while we build up this community. And with this, it's a great honor to introduce our next speaker. Michelle will be the one who's helping us and driving this new community, who's ensuring that you get the right support, that we do the right marketing, that we increase the awareness of our joint capability, and that you will be successful, growing, profitable in this segment. With this, over to you, Michelle.
Oh, what a wonderful, inspirational way to start our 2-day session. And as Marc mentioned earlier, I am a boomerang, and I could not be happier than to continue back at Cisco, working under Oliver and Chuck and our entire executive leadership team's mission to make this managed service provider practice profitable, simple, and successful for our partners around the world. We are living in very exciting times, very challenging times. And when I started at Cisco in 2005, our slogan was something that I will cherish for all time. And it said that Cisco is helping to change the world, the way the world lives, works, plays, and learns. And our technology to do that. We've always been a partner-first community, and we've always cherished the relationships with our partners. And now, as we bridge the possible with our managed service providers around the world, we are in such a wonderful opportunity to help each other elevate. And so I'm so glad that we have nearly 1,000 people registered today. And hopefully by time this airs, that we're at 1,000 people who see the opportunity before them. And so I am so thrilled to take you through what's going to happen next over the next 2 days. And this is actually a picture of me circa 2005. I was very proud to say I was in our Cisco Global Academy, where I started my career as an engineer at Cisco, and cherished the next 13 years to return to this wonderful role. For the last few years, for anybody who doesn't know what I've been doing, I was a consultant, and I had the wonderful opportunity to work with managed service providers and vendors that really were helping them survive and thrive during challenging times. The COVID pandemic drove a lot of insecurity, a lot of complexity, but also a lot of opportunity for MSPs, who I call the essential workers who are on the front lines. And our technology solutions, whether it's security, cloud-enabled, networking, collaboration, and more, allows you, whether you're starting at the small to medium, all the way up, we can help grow with you. So the time has come what to expect for the next 2 days. We have 55 incredible managed service provider thought leaders. We have 22 live and interactive sessions. We also have a content library filled with wonderful things to help you grow your practice and learn more through education and training. We also have a self-assessment. If you have not yet taken that self-assessment, drop that in the comments below in our chat window. Make sure you engage, make sure you chat. As you might know, I'm a very social person, so please use the hashtags #TogetherWeElevate and #Cisco Provider Elevate if something inspires you over the next 2 days. We'd love to hear about it. And of course, we welcome any questions in the chat window as well. This self-assessment is in partnership with our friends at Canalys. It is a simple 30 questions, which allows you a SWOT analysis of your practice. What are your biggest strengths? Where are your weaknesses? And what are your opportunities to learn and grow? These questions will tell you a stack ranking of where you are against all of your peers and competition around the world, which is a great asset to know where you are and where you need to be. In addition to that, we will provide you predictive analytics to showcase what content should be delivered to you. So you want to make sure that you don't miss that. And for fun, of course, Cisco loves to have a lot of fun with our partners, and hopefully next year we can have this event live and in person with all of you. But for now, we're going to have some fun in the virtual way. So we have an acronym at the end of today that you don't want to miss called WAIT. What acronym is that? If you work in technology, as I have for the last 17 years, you know there's some weird acronyms. So we're going to test your knowledge and your sense of humor as we figure them out together. And tomorrow, we will end the day with our master mixologist, Luke Barr of Neft Vodka, and the After Dark show, who's going to take us through 3 cocktails. So make sure you click on those ingredients so you have them handy so that you can impress your friends virtually or in person when the time comes. We will also have gamification available to each and every one of you. We have $2,000 worth of prizes. So how do you win those? Make sure you check the gamification tab. Make sure you upload pictures, you attend sessions, you participate, you comment, and you allow yourself to be an active participant in our wonderful organization over the next 2 days. We really look forward to having you participate and join us. And finally, networking. Of course, what is the most important part of any conference is getting to know each other. So make sure that you reach out, you're able to schedule sessions, and you're able to have those chats accordingly. And of course, we have 10 raffle prizes collectively to give away. 3 for the cocktails that look most like Luke Barr's during the happy hour. We have 2 for the best, most accurate game show contestant, and the one who makes us laugh the most. And of course, for the top 5 people who win gamification, you will each win a prize that's over $150. So make sure that you don't miss that. So when looking at our agenda, there is something for everyone, whether you're a tech or an exec or someone in between. Of course, we have this wonderful videos that we'll have in our sessions from some of our highlight speakers. So make sure that you check for them and our managed service provider success stories from our key community sponsors, ConnectWise, Datto, Kaseya, and Enable, as well as everything MSP, the Wiser Agency, Robin Robbins, True Methods, and more. I mean, you cannot miss the who's of the MSP society here, and I would be remiss if I missed somebody, so make sure you check all the speakers, sponsors, go to their pages, check out their content, and give them the wonderful props for all of the wonderful education they've provided for us today and over the next 2 days. After that, we will have a CEO's journey from inception to exit starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. I will be moderating the power of women and diversity in technology. And no, you do not have to be just a woman or a diverse individual to join there. We love allies. We welcome you to listen and learn from that conversation. After that, we have not one, but two, not three, but four cybersecurity sessions over the next 2 days. So you don't want to miss that, starting with safeguard critical data through implementation of CIS or clean hygiene with Phyllis Lee, Andrew Morgan, Jeff Segal, and Rachel Ravenel. And we also have how to build a never fail marketing system for MSPs with the one, the only Robin Robbins keynote. So make sure you don't miss that. After that, our very own Herman Gonzalez will be moderating an amazing panel on the power of automation. That's not to be missed. And then we have our acronym game show. On day 2, we'll give you a little rest, come back stronger than ever, and we're going to start again with You've Been Breached. What's your incident response plan? That is a tabletop session that you do not want to miss if cybersecurity is your specialty. Now that's track 1, but for track 2, for those who want to unlock the power of distribution, you do not want to miss our keynote with the one and only Andrew Sage, our VP of Global Distribution, as well as Amy Hodge, who will be moderating a panel of managed service providers to talk us through how we can really learn from Disty and overcome challenges to win together. After that, Gary Pika will be taking us through the virtual CIO myth, how to make yourself indispensable. Definitely do not want to miss that. Subsequently, I will be moderating a panel on MSP marketing strategies that generate more sales. We have an amazing group of participants from Heather Margolis, Andra Hedden, Matt Solomon, and Glenn Robertson, all CEOs of incredible MSP marketing firms that are really going to help you. One of the things I learned most in working with MSPs is you understand the technology, you understand how to implement, you understand how to be great consultants, but marketing can sometimes be a challenge. So this can really help you grow to new customers. So you definitely want to tune into that. After that, we will have Dave Sobel moderating a panel on the art and science of pricing your MSP offering. We will have another cybersecurity session. Part 2 is the continuation, and blue ocean opportunities in a hybrid workplace. How do you find those new opportunities that allow you to really grow your business, especially in the new future of work, as Oliver mentioned? We will take that to a final session on cyber resilience, what to do when you have a cyber attack, followed by our happy hour and networking fun. If you want to learn more about the self-assessment I mentioned earlier, you can click on the tab to learn more, and I'd highly recommend everybody to check that out. It will really help you drive the content as we close out this session, so you'll have a few minutes before the next session starts, and I'd really love for every MSP out there to help take that session and also give us feedback. What is really important to you as we design our community, the Cisco Provider Elevate community, and our upcoming webinars and our event next year? We want to make sure that we're talking to the topics that matter most to you. So please make sure that you share those with us. Of course, here's a little spotlight of some of our fun. And again, make sure if you have any pictures from your last event. I don't know about all of you, but I haven't traveled in the last 18 or so months, which is really strange. I miss seeing you all in person. I miss hanging out at the event and the hotel lobby bar and having a great laugh and smiling with my friends. So if you would like to share us a picture with your last event that you attended, we'd love to see those. Drop those in the photo tab and have some fun sharing memories with everyone. And or if you're working with a remote colleague, i.e. your children, if you were homeschooling like I was, or with your pets, I have a dog and a cat, you can take some pictures and have some fun with that. So we'd love to see how you've been working for the last 2 years. Now, as I mentioned, and as Marc mentioned earlier today, Marc has been so passionate about this program for the last 4 years, and I'm so grateful to work with him and an entire team who is dedicated to the success of MSPs, led by Oliver. And as he said it, he was a partner once. He started just like you, and we are tailoring our content to help you grow, to drive simplicity, to reduce the complexity, and to allow you to be more profitable and successful. We are going to tailor our webinars over the next year to that very cause. So please tune back. All of the content on this site will be available for the next 6 months after this event. So you don't want to miss that. Come back, check out anything that you have missed. And if you have a request to put it in a certain language, please have a subject for any language. Uh-oh, someone's off. Now you know we're live. And of course, events. What are the events that you attend? We're not just trying to bring you to us, but we want to go to where you are. We know that you already have communities that you love, and we want to participate in them. We will be showing up. We will be sponsoring. We will be present and accountable and available to listen, learn, talk, and help however we can over the next year and beyond. So please visit our booths, come to our breakout sessions, and join us as we continue to learn and grow together. And also, very important to us, it's not just about us telling you how we can help you, but us learning from each and every one of you. What is important to you? How can we help you succeed? What are some of the obstacles that you experience working with Cisco, and how can we help you? Other vendors may not ask you that, but we're here to help. We're the face of the people that are trying to support and encourage your success. So please let us know. Email me, and I will have you put in contact with Herman and our team to make sure that you're added to that advisory council, which was started 4 years ago, but it's going to grow even bigger and greater and more inclusive for everybody around the world. With that, I will just like to say thank you. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are successful. Together, we elevate. I'm so thankful to each and every one of you for joining us today. I'm thankful to Oliver for taking time this morning to walk you through our wonderful mission and vision. And for Marc and our team, we have worked really hard to make sure you have an amazing event. So please go out and enjoy it. Please share your feedback and make sure you let us know what your favorite things are. We will talk to you soon. Together, we'll elevate.